Hi everybody, it's Eastbound Cadillac and it is Lars. I'm here to show you my 1985 Cadillac Eldorado Bay Reds. I picked it up 3 weeks ago and I thought I'd make a video and show you, the condition, the actual condition of it, because, the car looks really good in the photos. The photos cover so much, and I thought I'd talk to you and show you a bit of the car, and later on in the video I'll let you know how much I paid for it, and you won't believe the deal I got on this car. So let's take a look at this 1985 Ritz. And to start off, we'll start off in the back here, and it has a Continental kit, a fifth wheel kit, or a booty kit, I've been told. And these were actually made in Kelowna, BC, and it's about 3-4 hour drive from Vancouver. And it was a company in Kelowna that made these booty kits. I can't say all of them, but definitely this one here. And something I didn't know that I found out after buying this, it's hooked up to the power release, or the power trunk release. So when you hit the power trunk release in the trunk or in the glove box, the fifth wheel will tilt back and release the trunk, and the trunk will pop open. So love it or hate it. It seems to be about half the people love them and the other half hate them, but I'm gonna keep it on the car. It came with the car. Somebody spent a lot of money having it installed and hooked up, so I think I'm going to keep it on the car. Plus, it's too much work to take it off, and I really don't have anywhere to store it. So I'll keep it on. Love it or hate it, I'm gonna keep it on. So that's the first part. The driver's side of the car looks pretty good, and I think this rear quarter was painted, and also the door was painted at some point in its life. It's not the original paint. The pinstriping on these cars, originally it's hand painted pinstriping, and on the door and the rear quarter it's taped. So it's been repainted, and here you can see a little bit of it coming off here in the corner. That's tape, so it has been repainted on the rear quarter and the door panel. Got the stainless steel roof. The roof is in really good condition. The vinyl roof, again, also in very good condition. There's a little bit of rust on the back corner over here. I did notice a couple of little cuts in the vinyl, and I've sealed it up with some clear silicone for now. And you can see a little bit of rust over here. That's something I should deal with before it gets worse. But for the most part, I'm going to keep this car parked inside, parked in the parkade. It will be kept dry, away from the moisture and away from the rain that we get in Vancouver. So moving down the side, this is the good side of the car. Tires are actually really good. You got the nice wide white walls on here. Hubcaps are in excellent condition. Same with the chrome on the mirror. And then we come to the engine hood here, and it's actually quite dull. I believe this is a lacquer paint, and next weekend I'm going to get Eastbound Shine to polish up the car. He's going to do clay bar and polish and wax it, and looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that, to see what he could do. I know he could do miracles, and let's see what he could do on it. Coming to the front of the car, the front driver's fender, you could see a few little chips over here. That's something I'll be touching up. There's some condensation in the cornering light. This cornering light isn't working. I've checked the light bulb. Light bulb is fine, but for some reason it's not lighting up. That's something I'll look into. The body fillers are in really good condition. they're original in the front here. We got some chips on the front hood. It's a big one here that somebody has touched up. This trim piece here, the stud on the back side has broken off. So that's something I have to address. I have another one in my storage locker for an Eldorado, and there's actually a crack here as well. So I have another one in my storage locker, and I'm going to see the condition of that, if the studs are on the back side of this trim piece on my spare one, and I'll take this one out and replace it. And again, I'll touch up these little chips on the front of the hood. But the chrome's in really good condition. The front bumper, I love this grille. Something I might do is change out this hood ornament. The one on my 1978 Eldorado is actually very large. I should measure it and compare, but it's a lot larger than this one. And if I could get another 9th gen, you know, the 71 to 78 Eldorado hood ornament, you know, I'm going to see if it will fit on, if it's the same mount here, and change this one out to see if I can put a bigger one on. I also had the chrome medallion, or the gold medallion, that I'll mount on the grille. I took it off the 68 Eldorado before I sold it, so I'm gonna put that on this car. Coming around to the passenger side of the car, this is the side that is, you know, it's decent, but it's not great. It has a few areas that need attention, nothing big. On the front fender here, and the bumper, looks like the previous owner had clipped it on something and it's pushed in the bumper right on the edge over here, and the lower part of the fender was pushed in. I pulled it out a bit, but it, you know, it needs a little bit more finesse to get it back into shape. This cornering light here works. We got some rust happening around the front fender, just underneath the wheel well trim, coming to the back side. Nothing serious, no holes, just surface rust. And you know, that's something I'm going to take to a body shop and have them address it. I'll get this fender painted up, and we'll take the trim off, and we'll get that corner here fixed up and get this fender painted, and you know, it will look as good as new. This tire over here, obviously the previous owner has hit the curb a few times on it. That might explain why he hit the front bumper, but yeah, it's too bad about that. All the other tires are in really good condition except for this one, and I hate driving around with a tire that looks like it's been scraped against the curb. The door is actually in really good condition. Here we got a few little scratches coming to the rear quarter. These will buff out. You know, there's a couple little chips over here, but these scratches will buff out when it gets polished next weekend. And coming around to the back here, this is these are chips in the paint here. So again, I'll have to you know, use a little bit of touch-up paint and touch that up. And there's a little scratch over here as well. And coming down lower, yeah, we have a little bit of again, surface rust over here where the paint has flaked away. Nothing major, but you know, I could get the body shop to fix this when they're doing the front fender. Maybe they'll want to paint this rear quarter here as well at the same time. You know, kind of makes sense. And at that point, you might as well get this trim piece here at the back window dealt with. So it needs a little bit of paint work to make it look good. Maybe instead of Vogue tires one day, that would really strike off the car and make it look so much better. And the pull down, the electric pull down on the trunk here is not working. I've checked the fuses. There's a fuse in the back trunk there. I've checked that. It's a 20 amp fuse. That's in good condition. I've checked the fuses underneath the dashboard. They're all fine. For some reason, the trunk pull down is not working, and I'll have to look into that. If any of you have any experience with the trunk pull downs not working on these later Cadillacs, yeah, please leave a comment below. You know, I read all the comments, and you know, look forward to people making comments, and any suggestions or advice you could give me will help. So that's the outside of this Ritz, and a quick look on the interior. The interior is actually in really nice condition. You know, this is a fully loaded car. Stainless roof, the moonroof. We got the Bose Symphony sound system. We got the power recliner right down there. The 6-way adjustable seat with the memory position. And I don't know if you could see that, but for the headlights we have the Sentinel and the auto dimming option. We also have the auto dimming option for the rear view mirror. So when a car is coming up behind you with bright headlights, it flips into, it flips up so the headlights from the oncoming car don't blind you. The upholstery is in perfect condition, no cracks on the dashboard. Steering wheel, man, look at that steering wheel. Leather wrapped steering wheel. And this car here, what do we, my son had it out today. I guess we have about, what do we have? 68,900 kilometers. 68,900 kilometers on the car. And since I've had it, I've put about 300 kilometers on it. No problem so far. I'm going to try to do the oil change on it tomorrow and do the coolant flush as well. And I have those AC Delco tablets to put into the cooling system. A few people have told me to go with the 2050 regular oil, and that's what I'm going to put in it. Previous owner, looking at all the receipts that came with the car, the garage was using 5W30 synthetic oil, which in my opinion is way too light of an oil, especially for these older engines. 5W30, I wouldn't put that in this engine, but I'm gonna put the 20W50 in here, and I'll do that oil change tomorrow. What else could I show you here? Shut that door. Big heavy doors. It seals very, very well. All the rubber seals around the door are in perfect condition. What a beautiful looking car. It's really going to pop. Give it time, and you know, I'll get this car looking really good. You know? And one of the reasons why I sold my 68 Eldorado, you know, it just gives me the opportunity to pick up another car, another project, and get working on something else. You know, I had my 68 for almost 5 years, and you know, I did a lot of work to it over the years. I've owned it, and you know, it was at the point where I was happy with it. There was nothing wrong with it. You know, the turn signals had to be fixed, but that was a turn signal switch inside the column, and you know, the new owner could deal with that. He knows about it. But I just wanted another project. The 78 Eldorado was looking good. I spent 2 years on that, and I have it down in storage right now. And you know, I might park this one down there tomorrow and take the 78 home. Leave this car in my storage workshop and get some work done on it. It has a couple of interior light bulbs that need changing, and that front cornering lamp needs to be looked at, and the trunk pull down, plus some servicing. The oil and filter change. It has a new air filter on it, and a new fuel filter as well. So that's it. That's my 1985 Eldorado Bay Ritz, the new project car. It's looking not too bad. I've given it, I guess, 2 washes now since I've owned it. I just washed it tonight, Saturday night. Maybe I'll go out in it. Maybe I'll just park it, kind of. What do you think a car like this is worth? There was one that just came up for sale locally, and they're asking 8,500 Canadian. This car here, I'll let you guys know what I paid for it, and you won't believe it. But the asking price was almost $4,000. It was $39.95. And when I went to go look at the car, my wife came along, or my partner, and as soon as we got there, she said, I don't like this car, you know, we're not going to buy it, it's too short. And I said to her, just hold on, just wait a minute, you know, we just got here, let's take a look. Anyways, I'm looking around, taking some pictures, crawling around the car, looking at it, and she's talking to the seller. And she asked the seller, how much are you asking for the car? And he said $39.95. And she says to him, would you take $1,000? And I'm standing on the far side of the car, and my mouth just dropped when she said that. Would you take $1,000? And the guy selling the car, his mouth dropped as well. He was hit with the, well, with the left hook, I guess, when he heard that. And he thought about it, and he said, you know what? I need the car out of here. If you could take the car today, $1,500, and it's yours. Well, I'm standing on the back opposite side of the car, and I kind of in disbelief because, you know, he was asking $39.95 for the car, and he's already dropped it down to $1,500. And I thought, wow, what a deal. And my partner, she says to him, well, all Lars has on him is $1,000. That's all I'm letting him spend. And he says, and he thought about it for a few seconds, and he said, well, $1,200, meet me halfway at $1,200. And, you know, $1,200 for this car, I thought, what a deal that is. And she says to him, nope, I'm only letting him spend $1,000. That's all he has, $1,000. And thank you for the offer, and we'll just get going here. And I couldn't believe it. And I'm kind of in disbelief. I'm in shock. And the seller says, you know what? If you take the car today, right now, $1,000. So I couldn't refuse. And that's what I got it for. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And we have some people in the parkade here, so there'll be a car going by, but yeah, $1,000 for this. You won't believe it. And we got the car, and we shook on it. I gave him the money, and we transferred the ownership into my name. And I said, does it start? And he says, yeah, we got to jump start it. So I brought my car in, and we jump started, and the car was smoking like crazy. And he says, yeah, the engine probably needs to be rebuilt because it's smoking. And, you know, I drove the car home. I got about 10 miles into the drive and out onto the highway and just floored it on the highway. And as soon as we got off the highway, all that blue smoke cleared out. And like I said, I put about 300 kilometers on the car. No issues at all, no overheating, no smoke, no blue smoke. And it's just amazing. So $1,000 buy. And they're out there. The deals are still out there. So I've been talking for about 20 minutes here. We'll wrap this video up. Here's passenger side. Show you the passenger side. Again, $1,000 car. Could you believe it? Look at that interior. You know, I'm telling everybody what I paid for it because I don't think I'll be selling this car. You know, not immediately, not in the short term. I'm gonna keep this for the long term. I'll do some upgrades. Like I said, I'll get some of this body work done and get it painted, and I'd like to put a set of Vogue tires on it. The mustard and mayo tires. I think that would look really sharp. You know? And get it all polished and painted. It'll be one sharp cruiser. Just give it time. That's all it takes. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it's Eastman Cadillac. My name's Lars, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be putting out more videos. Thanks for watching, and please hit the like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to see more videos. Thanks a lot.